Mabuhay everyone, Marches here, welcome to the channel, and today we will be unboxing a brand new basketball sneaker from New Balance. This is the New Balance Two Wxy, so let's go. Before we start with the unboxing and initial impression of the New Balance Two Wxy, if you haven't subscribed yet, guys, please do so. It will really mean a lot, and of course, like this video after watching it. So right in front of me is the New Balance Two Wxy basketball sneaker that is fairly new, and this will be coming out March 15, 2021. So let's discuss what is different about this Two Wxy basketball sneaker from New Balance. A little background on the Two Wxys is New Balance made this for the positionless player, which you can be a point guard, you can be a forward like Jamal Murray, Darius Bazley. Darius Bazley, for example, is a big forward, but he plays like a guard, so I'll just call him a big guard. So Jamal Murray is a shooting guard, and DeJounte Murray is a point guard. So they are all using this Two Wxy, and I believe Trae Young too, if I'm not mistaken. I saw him wearing one, but correct me if I'm wrong. The Two Wxy from New Balance is actually a team shoe, so you can use it if you're a center, forward, guard, or a point guard. So whatever position you are playing, you are safe, and I think you will be liking the Two Wxy from New Balance. And first, let's start off with the upper of the Two Wxy. The upper of the Two Wxy is made out of kinetic stitch technology from New Balance. It is very similar to the Kawhis. Let me grab my Kawhis here. The materials that you can see on the lateral part and middle part of the Kawhis, it's made out of the same material. It's the kinetic weave. So what New Balance did is they used it almost in the entire part of the sneaker. And on the forefoot part of the Two Wxy, it has this fused material that feels like suede, which is nice. And what's really nice about it is they fused it instead of stitching it, giving it the best support and durability around the toe area, plus minimizing the weight. Because if you're using thread or stitching for the sneakers, it will add weight to it. So what they did is just fuse it to give it more durability and support on the toe box of the sneaker. The pattern looks similar to the Kawhis, but it's different. But they use the same technology there, so giving it a very nice support on the lateral and middle part of the Two Wxy. And when I was trying it on my floor, it felt very comfortable. It has an underlining material and it's very supportive. Even though it's a knit, it doesn't stretch that much. And moving on the heel part of the Two Wxy, the materials are mesh around the higher part of the ankle, plus some suede around the last lace loop of the Two Wxy. And on the heel part and the heel cup, this is made out of leather, which feels really nice. It's tumbled leather, plus a New Balance logo that is also fused to minimize weight. And comparing it with the Kawhis has this big TPU plate that adds up to the weight of the sneaker. But if you want a sneaker that is lighter, especially around the heel part, you will surely like the ones in the Two Wxys, because you can really feel the difference of the weight around the heel part of the sneaker. Even if I'm just holding it, I can feel that this is way lighter compared to the Kawhis. Since we're comparing it to the Kawhis, other things that they made with the Two Wxy, it's actually a stripped down version of the Kawhis. They remove some parts that are double layered. For example, around the toe area, right above the fusing around the toe, there's another synthetic leather or material on top of the fusing, which they remove in the Two Wxy. And moving on to the ankle part, on the Kawhis, there's also that additional layer that is not present on the Two Wxys. So they really made a conscious effort in stripping down the materials, but not sacrificing the support on the Two Wxys. And speaking of support, what they did on the lateral part of the Two Wxys, comparing it to the Kawhi, since the Kawhi's cushion is just straight going down and the lateral support is mainly coming from this fusing, what they did is they made the cushion go up so that it cradles your foot and give you that lateral support that you need. And it also goes up around the heel part, where you can see the cushion goes up around the heel to give you extra heel containment. As for the Achilles pillows, it has a very nice Achilles pillows, although it's not that thick. But when I tried it on, I didn't experience any heel slippage. So heel containment, support, ankle protection is nice on the Two Wxy. And now moving on to the cushion part of the Two Wxy. This is where I think they merged the Wxys and the Omnis, because the fuel cell, the full-length fuel cell that they use on the Two Wxy is very similar to the ones in the Omnis, which is a little bit thinner compared to the thicker slab of fuel cell found in the Wxys. They made it thinner, very similar to the Omnis, but I have yet to play with them first to really compare if it's really similar to the Omnis. But initial feel right now here in my studio, it's almost the same, and impact protection is fairly nice around the heel part of the cushion. If you love the Omnis and you try the Omnis, you will surely like the cushion setup of the Two Wxy, giving you that very responsive feel in the forefoot, plus court feel. At the same time, there's bounciness in the forefoot and a very nice impact protection in the heel, given that it's very low to the ground and it's very responsive. Now moving on to the outsole of the Two Wxy. The outsole pattern of the Two Wxy is very similar to the Wxy too, but the grooves have different shape, and the Two Wxy has a New Balance logo at the bottom similar to the Omnis, but it uses the traction pattern similar to the Wxy. So it's really a baby of the Omnis and the Wxys. So maybe New Balance really look what's the strength of the Omnis and the Wxys, and they merge it together. As for the traction of the Two Wxy, when I was trying here in my floor, it's very promising. It's very similar like to the Omnis and the Wxys, which really grips nicely on the floor. Plus, there's a little squeak in them. But the grip, I won't have any complaint. Like the Omnis, I used to play with this on a dusty floor and it's still gripped. And also the Wxys, I played with them in a dusty floor. Yeah, I remember last year. And I didn't have any problems. I wasn't slipping anywhere on the court. So I believe and hopefully the outsole of the Two Wxy is very similar to the outsole of the Wxys and the Omnis. As for the weight of the Two Wxys, let's measure it. So it's 404. I believe it's the lightest among the three. So 404. The Wxys are 480. It's the heaviest because it has lots of materials and layering on the sneaker. And it's a very supportive sneaker actually. And as for the Omnis, it's 450. So there's a 40-gram difference from the Omnis with the Two Wxy. So I believe that they really made a conscious effort in reducing the weight of the sneaker and making it as light as possible, at the same time not sacrificing the support and cushioning and performance of the Two Wxy. And as for the sizing of the Two Wxy, regular footer go half a size down and wide footers go true to your size. The colorway that I have is the My Journey colorway, and it kind of looks like a very sunset vibe or Miami Nights colorway, like the ones that I have there at the back. So it's really a very eye-catching sneaker with a black outsole with a hint of teal on the outsole. Plus, I forgot to discuss that there's a TPU plate, shank plate in the midfoot to give a spring back to the sneaker, and it's the same shank plate that they use in the Omnis. So the Two Wxy My Journey will be releasing March 15, 2021, and the stores that will be carrying them are Gloriera, Alabang Town Center, Bonifacio High Street, and Trinoma. Then coming soon to Marquee Mall in Pampanga, Ayala Center in Cebu, and Athletes Food, Planet Sports, Sports Central, Aura, Makati, and Mall of Asia. So it will be releasing first over at Glorieta, Alabang Town Center, and Bonifacio High Street, and Trinoma. So if you want to grab the Two Wxy early, so head over to the New Balance stores that I mentioned on March 15, 2021. So the price of the New Balance Two Wxy is $6,495, so not that bad. So that's around 130 US dollars. And for the tech that you'll be getting, and in my opinion, it looks good, especially this colorway. It is a very nice looking sneaker, in my opinion. Together with the release, New Balance will be releasing some hoodies that is priced at $3,495 in gray and black colorways, and the New Balance tee at $1,495. So that's it on my unboxing and initial impression of the New Balance Two Way. Let me know what you think about the sneaker. Will you be copying them? So I'll be reviewing them soon, and hopefully I can give you my performance review as soon as I played with them. So this has been Marches once again. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.